According to Berry Tramel, Dillon Gabriel was indeed pushed out of Oklahoma in favor of Jackson Arnold is considering an executive order aimed at reining in the current model of athlete compensation in college football. No, we got to talk about this. Good morning, and welcome back to Rise and Shine Big Monday. I'm your host, Jason Watkins, and if you love college football, you know you're in the right place. So before you forget, smash that red subscriber button, like our videos, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss one moment of Hall of Fame college football. Don't worry, we got an old Big Cuz in here now too. What's up there, Big Cuz?
What's up with it?
I'm not hearing you.
Man, what's going on, bro?
Are you guys hearing me at all? Let's see.
I can hear you.
You guys hear me? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. If you can hear Big Cuz, I can't hear him. You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Then. What the hell's going on here?
Nothing's changed on the setup.
Check something. How about now? Say something, Big Cuz.
Are you with me?
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay, cool.
I got you now. I got you now.
Bet.
What's up, everybody? Okay, everybody can hear us. That's good. Cool. I just had the wrong thing selected on my earbuds. Good morning, everybody. It's Big Monday, but you know it's a Monday. We're going to get into talking about this Dillon Gabriel stuff, but first we got to talk about this. Sharon Moore is taking a suspension for 2 games at the start of the season, but he's going to wait till week 3 and 4 to do his suspension so that he doesn't miss the Oklahoma game.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Man, they are on Michigan, man, about everything.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Yeah. It's hey, man, I don't know why they're still doing this and why it even at this point. I mean, we know that there's a lot of cheating that's been going on everywhere because it kind of does.
But they got a hard on for Michigan, though, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Like right now, Michigan.
Sharon's already had. Didn't he already suspend? Wasn't he already suspended one other time?
No, that was Harbaugh.
Harbaugh was suspended a few times over the same thing, and then of course you got a show cause for old Mr. Marine that can't seem to get it right.
Well, this is my thing. Why is he taking punishment for? I mean, so does this recently just come up?
No, this is okay. So we'll get into it real quick. Let me get in here and then read the. It's got to be over the. Michigan expected to suspend him for 2 games during the 25 season. It's a self-imposed punishment for the advanced scouting and sign stealing case. The suspensions are reportedly going to be for Michigan's 3rd and 4th opponents of the year, Central Michigan and Nebraska. Moore will be barred from any team-related activities during those 2 weeks. He'll also receive additional recruiting-related penalties, Wetzel wrote, according to Dan Wetzel. The NCAA could still further punish Moore in addition to any self-imposed school penalty. Final resolution is expected to be before the start of the season, though.
Man, that's BS. That's BS, man. I'm serious, bro. They got a super hard on for Michigan, bro.
Right? Yeah, they do.
I hate that, man. I hate that.
Yeah. I'd be sooner. It would be old news if Berry Tramel wasn't the one talking about it. You know, it would be old news if Berry wasn't talking about it, bro. But if you don't like to hear about it, you don't have to listen. Here we go. But yeah, listen, as far as I don't know, man, I think that this sign stealing stuff, I think it's pretty stupid. Connor Stallions was supposed to be a recon Marine or something like that. And that dude did everything to where he could just get straight. They knew exactly where everybody sat that took video and pictures and all that shit. They had flights, they had tickets, they had all of it. He was using his personal debit card and shit to buy it. Like, who does shit like that?
Man.
Silly shit, man.
Bro.
Michigan gets suspended for scouting, but Texas gets nothing for the underage lineman hosting recruits at the strip club. Well, they haven't got nothing yet. But here's the thing. I wouldn't expect much there.
Nah.
To be honest with you, I don't expect much out of the Michigan deal either.
I know Michigan cannot contact portal kids until May 15th. I know that for a fact. And it's like, man, like they just stacking and stacking and stacking on top of them, man, for sins of somebody who's not even at the program anymore.
Well, that's not exactly. Sharon apparently knew something about it as well.
Yeah, but he wasn't the head coach. Everybody on the staff probably knew about it though, Jason. So what do? You punish everybody on the staff?
Okay, so it says it ties back to allegedly deleting a thread of 52 text messages with Connor Stallions, a former Michigan staffer at the heart of the alleged sign stealing scheme. There's a difference between Moore's position and former coach Jim Harbaugh's, which was served at the start of the 23 season. Harbaugh was involved in practice and team activities during the week, but could not coach on game day. Interestingly enough, since Moore's punishment is self-imposed, he can only coach early on in the season. He'll be able to coach against Oklahoma in week 2, where he played guard during the 2006 and 7 seasons. He was previously suspended along with Harbaugh in 23 due to self-imposed penalties from the university in a different case. Must have been the burger joint deal.
Yeah.
Back in January, Michigan reportedly planned to fight allegations in the Stallions sign stealing scandal. Say that 3 times fast. Per Yahoo Sports. According to the 137-page document obtained by Yahoo, Michigan pushed back on many of the allegations. The school also accused the NCAA of grossly overreaching and wildly overcharging the program with a lack of credible evidence about the alleged sign-stealing scheme run by Stallions. The person who tipped off the NCAA to the situation came from UM's campus and at one point worked for the school, the document said. Michigan received a notice of allegations in 24, but the school said it made numerous factually unsupported infractions, exaggerates aggravating factors, and ignores mitigating facts. Yeah, I don't know. UNM also asked the NCAA to treat the case as a level 2 standard case instead of a level 1 infraction, which is the most severe NCAA violation, and apply common sense and commitment to fairness. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what everybody it is what it is as far as that goes, but here's the deal. Here's what I know. It was going on for years, right? We know it was going on for years, but we also know that they were colluding between Ohio State, Penn State, and I believe it was like maybe Michigan State or somebody like that, or maybe Minnesota. Forget who the third party was. But they were colluding, give each other the signs that were coming from their games. They were getting the signs for Michigan too. It's not like it was a one-way street. Now, who started it? I don't know. You know what I mean? But they were telling on each other and all that. It sounds like SEC shit to me too. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right?
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying, bro. That's my old coach used to say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. If you ain't walking right next to that line, you ain't trying to win. And that's something that, I have a problem with, with Nick Saban. I got a serious problem with him with that.
Yeah, we're gonna bring that up too. I wrote a column about that. I hadn't published it just yet, but I plan to.
Man, it's just to me. This is what's sickening to me.
Yeah.
Out of all the players I know that went to Alabama back in the day, that got got the bag, through
Yeah.
the bag man, and he'll sit up there and say, "We didn't do that. I didn't know anything about it. I can't control what an alumni does." But you go in that room and say, "I got to have this kid. I got to have that kid." That's exactly what it means. And you're trying to sit up here and say now everything needs to be regulated, and you asking Trump to fix it. That's one person we damn sure don't need fixing it. So you didn't guardrails or whatever you want to say, put something up, but you know, everybody has been involved in some kind of illegal activity when it comes down to college football. If you're a big school, you're a major school, everybody's been involved, you know? So
Mm.
it's like the pot calling the kettle black. And I feel like he is pushing this stuff so forward because it pushed him out of college football.
Right. And let's kind of hold off on that chat because we got Big Bo coming in and we may have another guy coming in to talk with us too. So let's push that one back. Let's talk about this just a little bit more. But I mean, I think it's kind of the same, you know, threading the, and let's see, what did I just had it up there too. It's truly going to get to the point of programs just doing whatever the hell they want to, whenever the hell they want to, with little or no real expectation of getting in trouble. In essence, it's happening. Listen, I mean, this just kind of goes to show you what you're just talking about, though, that the NCAA doesn't have any teeth. And this is why you have Nick Saban out there asking for like executive order, which is wild because everything you're reading on all that stuff, there's nothing that the president can do about it. There's nothing he can do. It has to go through Congress. There's so many moving parts to all that stuff with NIL and the transfer portal. And again, we'll get into a lot of that here in just a second. But yeah, man, make sure everybody hits a like. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Jimmy Satterfield, Ghost of Cale Gundy, KJ Golded, Logan Licky. What's up? What's up? Satterfield, Ryman Lemon, Comanche Sooner in Texas, Stan J. Ross. Let's see who else we got. Comanche Sooner, I already say you. Neilio, Steve Rolo, Rob 077, huh?
I see old Kimberly, she's in there this morning.
Kimberly K's in here as well. She's already in here telling it like it is. She said, Sharon, he's going to skip the big game. He's going to be here for the big game. Daniel Looney's in here as well. Man, we got a full house in here today, a full house. So good stuff. Welcome into the show, everybody. T-Boomer, my man. Good to see
T-Boomer.
Somebody in here, Greg Ray. Man, we got everybody. Mars Jams. What's up, dog? True Okie. Yeah, man, there's a lot of y'all in here. Even though Chrissy's in here. Check it out. Oh, Chrissy, let's see what he say. Did he say anything dumb? Trumpio isn't a fix. Court will strike that down easily. Congress is the only one to fix it. Nope, that was the right thing to say. Well done. 3 days, that's 3 times in a row. Chrissy, something smart came out of your mouth. I love it. Coach Ricks. Coach Ricks. And yeah. There is no EO that would stick. Executive order. Nah, none of that. And we'll get into some of that in just a few minutes. But it's just the hypocrisy pisses me off too. I'm with you on it. So let's kind of move through that though, and just I'm going to wait till these other guys get in here before we talk about it. Let's. What do you think? I mean, in the end, I don't know what I think about the Michigan deal. It's getting old at this point, but I do think that it does point to the fact that you really don't have any teeth whatsoever if you're the NCAA at this point.
Right.
I just think it does. And in the end, what are they going to do? If they self-impose, they're saying, well, we can go further with it and give you more. Well, they could, I guess. But they could also say, go fuck yourself too, and we're going to continue on. We've done what we've done. And it sounds like that's what they're setting up for. It's like we're treating it as a level 2. He's going to be suspended for these games. He's also going to be suspended for the week leading up to those games. I guess he gets to go on vacation or whatever. But if you're like Harbaugh, I think Harbaugh was like chilling in there, had a way to get into the headphones and say, "Hey, man, they were definitely doing it." They don't give a shit.
They got a way of getting into the headphones, and
Bob.
NCAA is nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
I think those games he was out, I think he still was there. To be honest with
you. Did you watch the tell-all on Netflix?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back in there and watch it. It's pretty funny, bro. It's pretty funny stuff. I started watching some of it, but I said absolute. I really meant obsolete. No doubt. That's no doubt about it. Let's see. That is what people count on. People short attention spans, so no real punishment. Still signs them. Well, that's the other thing is they drag their damn feet on everything that comes in front of them anyway. Like it's that hard to. I mean, this is pretty open and shut because Connor Stallions wasn't really being that. I mean, his little when he was at the Central Michigan game on the sideline, his costume or whatever it was, it wasn't close, bro. I mean, come on,
go check it out, man. I'm had to go check it out. I hadn't seen it.
Some funny shit, and he just doesn't give a shit either, and neither does Harbaugh. He's like, oh, fucking what? You know what I mean? Like,
I got a natty. I'm gone, bro.
I'm out. Yeah, they didn't take that away. Now famous to, hey man, he got paid. He probably got paid more than he got paid. And you know what the thing is he's the reason that Bryce Underwood is at Michigan. He ended up going and being the offensive coordinator for that high school he was at last year. to nail it down. So he's still working for him indirectly.
Hey, bro. Here's my thing on, that whole Michigan thing, man. It's like you come to a point in time, say, hey, look, that's over and done with. Let them move on. Just let them move on. It's kind of like the Penn State deal. When all that stuff happened, the NCAA came back and took some of the sanctions off of them that they had actually imposed, because they felt like it wasn't fair to the program because of somebody who was involved in everything. They were gone, so hey, it is what it is. But I saw Kimberly Kay bring up something that's kind of interesting to me, and I've seen this show a couple times. And she was talking about Barry being a BV hater. I'm like, you know what?
He definitely is. He is.
Hey, dude, I never thought about it like that, but I actually kind of see the things that he say. And, even when he talked good about, the program of BVS, it's very dry.
So there's something else that he said in there. And I'm gonna pull up both things that he's talking about. But Barry's not a fan of I think he's in love with Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
But because he even said, I mean, I didn't record this part. He's talking about that it's a two-way highway. He believes that Lincoln could end up back at Oklahoma.
Oh, hell no.
That some bitch wouldn't come within 100 miles of the border, I bet.
So how did he get? I mean, I guess he's just a Lincoln guy. And the thing about it is
a lot of people are they're in love. It's like Texas. They're in love with these offensive dudes that don't know defense or they don't generally win a bunch. And Sark's been doing good the last couple of years, and Lincoln was winning with what they had. I mean, I'll go back and tell you again, the Big 12 was shitty during that time that they won 6 in a row. I mean, what it did was made you cover. It was like paint covering up the all the bad
mold,
wallpaper. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Covering up the mold, the wallpaper.
Yeah, it was getting worse all the time. I mean, I know that Lincoln just fired Benny Wiley, the instructor there at USC. I think he was made to do that because nobody was saying anything about it. But everything that we've talked about that was the biggest problem for Lincoln has now been fleshed out that he's had to get rid of those guys. Obviously with, the defensive coordinator was the first to go. And then I think they've taken most of his power away when it comes to anything else other than just that offensive side of the ball. And bringing in that GM, I don't think Lincoln's in charge of much at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But
We'll see.
Yeah, it's cool. He'll be popping in here in a minute. All right, so let's talk about, but the thing about Barry, let's just, I'm going to pull this over here and you can listen to the first thing that he said. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get old Bog in here real quick. Let's see.
Yeah, T-Boomer talks about how boring he is. Yeah, he's boring.
Check him out.
He's just not a. He's
Look at
a
this shit.
dry guy, you know.
Oh, he's over there chirping and shit, even. Throw him down.
The duck hunter.
The duck hunter.
Yeah,
The bird hunter. He's hunting birds today.
Got her
Welcome
done
to
this
the
morning,
show.
boys. Got her done.
Got her done.
got the Cabell hat on. I hear you, bro.
Oh,
You ready to
bro.
roll?
Well, you know your boy out here. Got it going, bro. Got it done this morning, bro. It was legit morning.
What you get?
Big ass turkey.
Cam shot his first turkey.
What was the beard?
It was a big Jake.
Okay.
Come running through. Let me tell you something, man. It's been a long time since I had a bird run in on my decoys and set up like that.
Oh,
Cam was getting anxious, so we had to. I said, "Do you want to shoot him?" He's like, "Yeah." First shot, boom, turkey runs off. Next shot, boom, turkey gobbles, and he got him with the third shot, bro. He sounded like World War III out there, bro. Boom, 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 just pow, pow, spraying everywhere, bro.
I love it. Nice.
Yeah,
Coach Riggs, thanks for the super chat, my guy. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Are you at work this morning? Or did you want to pop in? If you want to, let me know. All right. Let's see. Jeff Levy got caught on the Tulsa sideline when he was at Baylor. He did. That pissed Stoops right off. I remember that. If people would just change their signs, it would not be easy to steal anything. That is like having a runner on second base telling a hitter what's coming. No shit. I don't care about any of that stuff. I didn't care about it in baseball either.
What's the subject? What's the topic?
Sharon suspended himself for week 3 and 4. He's going to be at the Oklahoma game, but he suspended himself for week 3 and 4.
He's self-reported?
Yeah, I think they pretty much know. They got notice of allegations. They're just going to go ahead and go through with it, I guess.
Bro,
he erased all those text messages and shit that they already knew about.
What's up with Michigan, bro?
Well, let me ask you, what's wrong with erasing your text messages, bro?
Because he was trying to like get away from.
Hell, I erase text messages all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
does your wife know about that?
Self-incriminating text messages or what?
It's all of them, bro. Keep my cloud uncloudy.
Yeah. Hey, I ever told y'all about when we went up to Michigan when we took a trip up there?
Nah.
Yeah. For a recruiting trip.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the brief. I'm gonna give you the quick rundown. It was super crazy, like thinking about it after like all the sign stealing and the Connor Stallions shit happened. Oh. So we go up there, right? And Connor Stallions is like the assistant linebacker coach with him and Chris Partridge, and he was kind of showing us around. Good dude, kind of took a kin to us because he was a Marine, and he knew I was in the Army or whatever.
Worth the shit at hiding this shit though.
Well, listen, this shit is hilarious, right? So we're standing on the sidelines and they're talking about, he was just kind of giving us the rundown who was there. And he had pointed out this kid. He's like, yeah, he's from Ohio State. He's probably going to go to Ohio. He's got like relative there and, all this and that. And he's like, we just brought him in just to see what, if he'd like it. Well, we were out at the spring practice and they're like, no tape and no video. And you can snap a picture, just make sure you don't have like signs or what's going, you know what I mean? Any of that in there. And so, I can snap my couple pictures or whatever just to document some shit. And I'm standing there and I'm like, man, this dude's just like videoing, like not giving a damn neither, right? This guy, Connor Stallions, comes over and he's like, you can't be videoing da 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 da, and he's like, you know, like represented on him. He's like, we can't, we might have our signs in there. So after that, we go eat. We go eat that night, and he was talking about that kid. He's like, I already knew they were going to do it. He's like, because they were from Ohio State. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I already knew. He's like, I was watching them. He's like, I already knew they were going to be filming our sidelines. He's like, because the dad is like an Ohio State fan. He's like, it's all right. He's like, they can record it. You know what I mean? He's like, we're just going to change the signs. He's like, we'll probably use, make that an old sign and probably get them, trick them into calling some defense and have a play set up for them. You know what I'm saying? Use it against them. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty smart, man. And shit, like a couple months later, the whole thing breaks. Stallions, Chris Partridge breaking computers and, all the evidence of him going up. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, that's some crazy ish. It was pretty crazy. But I mean, other than that, they're pretty good dudes. I like Partridge. Partridge was a real dude, real coach, pretty legit. But yeah, man. So yeah, that kid ended up going to Ohio State too.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
But I mean, and we were just talking about that too, that they were definitely colluding between them and Penn State. And I don't remember if it was Minnesota or there was a third team, maybe Wisconsin, somebody like that, that they were giving the signs that Michigan had. So it was a two-way street. No two ways around it.
Dude, I was stealing signs just the other night in my kids' baseball game.
Of course.
The coach was giving them signs like from the dugout, and I had it pegged. It's like not like I'm out here deciphering the matrix and shit, but
it's not like they're really good at it.
Yeah, but like I already knew what was coming, and it's a whole nother thing too for the kid to throw a strike.
Shit about BV at Ohio State forever because they owned their asses in the fucking early playoffs, and they hate Venables.
Who's game 3 and 4 for Michigan?
One of them's Nebraska, and one is
Michigan,
Central Michigan, and Nebraska.
Yeah,
Central Michigan and Nebraska.
He wouldn't give himself a suspension for the Oklahoma game.
No, apparently not. He wants to come home to Oklahoma. He wants to make sure he's here for Oklahoma.
What if the NCAA comes back and says, "Yeah, right, nice try, first 2 games of the year"? That'd be legit.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be the shit. But I think, yeah, and they said that they expect to have it finished up by the time like May, June, soon. So it shouldn't be much.
I think it's crazy, man.
I don't know. Stealing signs that was part of the game in baseball for sure.
That's all I did. That's all I did, man. That's all I did.
It's in football too.
Yeah. Shit, man. Hey, listen. I know that we changed our signs all the damn time.
Bro, what do you think? Yeah. What do you think those other quarterbacks are doing when they're calling plays? You know what I'm saying? Once they go over and they have their little talk about, with the coach or whatever, they go back to the sideline and they're trying to, get those plays.
I mean, I don't even understand. It's kind of like I got a buddy of mine got banned from a casino for counting cards.
Bro, that'll get your ass fucked up in Vegas.
But here's the deal.
Vegas.
It wasn't an electronic device. It was all up here.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That shit's weak as fuck, bro.
They're not having so they will break your fucking hands. They'll do all kinds of shit.
Look, here's the thing. My mind can tell me, okay, you done played this, you done did this, you done did that, and you counting cards. Dude, you just smart as hell.
I mean, it's not,
but
here's the thing. They can do whatever the fuck they want at those places. And again, I'm going to tell you, Vegas casinos are still run by the mob.
I'm just saying.
I'm not even kidding, man. You don't get away with that kind of shit.
It's just
like what they'll do is they'll kick you out of those places for good too.
Well, they kicked him out because he was $300K playing blackjack on their ass.
Well,
that's
greedy. You gotta be smarter than that. Yeah,
they use it as a way to
they don't like to lose. They don't like to lose.
And he was, when I say he was doing really well against. I mean, he was doing really, really well against them. Mm-hmm. And they used that, say, you know what? Okay, We're just gonna suspend him for a year and see how it goes.
Yep.
That's
That's just
yeah.
weak, bro.
That's why you
Because
need to run pro style offense. Now offenses are just signs and pictures, no fundamentals. Kids don't even know the route tree. Well, and that's what we read most of our routes in high school too. That was, I mean, you read it. That's why you had to be a quarterback to be a
well, let me say something about this. The old route tree is dead. This is a new age in football. There are different routes for different things. You breaking things off. You're reading the defense. The old route tree 1 through 9, that's dead. Even when I was passing game coordinator, we didn't run the route tree because you just can't run a damn 10-yard corner. You know, them days of that is pretty much gone. You know,
Yeah.
this is a corner, this is a post, this is a comeback. Man, that's gone. That shit get you beat. I'm just being honest with you. They get you beat.
Yeah.
You know. So
Okay.
yeah, I understand the old route tree, but those days went out with the 21 set type offense too.
What kind of shit are we talking about this morning? What do you say there, old Krusty? what do you got?
Oh, Krusty.
Old crunch berries? Nah, we're just talking about Connor Stallions right now. But it'll be the next thing. You'll probably enjoy this being a Texas fan. Next thing we're going to talk about is this. I'm going to just let you guys listen to it. I was hoping we'd get our guy in here before that, but just take a listen here.
We had, we
had all kinds of
chronicles
discussion than it probably got. Oklahoma letting Dillon Gabriel move on was one of the biggest missteps that's kind of defined the 2024 season. What would OU's season have looked like if Gabriel had stayed instead of transferring to Oregon?
Well, they would have won more games. Now, one quarterback's not going to get you 5 more wins, I don't think. But everybody saw the ineptitude of the OU offense. There were times when it got a little bit acceptable, but for most of this season, the offense was terrible, historically bad. That was not all Jackson Arnold's fault or Michael Hawkins in his 3 starts. It wasn't necessarily all their fault. We had, we had all kinds of chronicles of the offensive ineptitude. New coordinator Seth Luttrell just wasn't up to speed. Offensive line was a disaster. The injuries racked up extensively on the receivers. But what I took from the whole thing is I think it was a major learning experience for Brent. That I really think he just sort of didn't prioritize offense in the way that a head coach has to. And, we've seen, Lincoln Riley sort of got labeled with the same thing, only opposite. But Lincoln's, Lincoln never had a decision to make, like, who's going to quarterback your defense. That's the quarterback of an offense is, it's the most important position in sports. And I just think Brent sort of just blew it off and said, it doesn't, Jackson Arnold's a good prospect. He's good. He's going to, he won't cost as much money. And we got him for 2 or 3 more years. We'll just go with him. Massive mistake. When you've got a quarterback like Dillon Gabriel who's willing to stay for the going rate, he wasn't holding OU hostage for $3 or $4 million a year. You sign him up and say, thanks, Dillon. 3 years with you at quarterback. We're blessed. And they let him go and they paid the price. I think the good news is I think Brent realizes what he did and realized, hey, we got to have a quarterback. So it was a tough lesson to learn. But clearly, the Sooners paid the price for that in what you saw with that Oklahoma offense all season.
It's an important caveat to remember that too, is that Gabriel was willing to stay, and it is a situation which OU moved on from him, and they made this decision. Look, 1 year of Dillon Gabriel versus potentially the next 3 years of Jackson Arnold. Let's go with the latter, and let's go with the guy that we recruited. And I think Gabriel's going to be a really interesting case study for guys to max out their.
Who's the other guy talking?
Saturdays down south, it's O'Bray, I believe. Hold on, let me make sure. It is.
I'm trying to figure out how he knew that we wanted to go with Jackson Arnold instead of Gabriel. We heard rumors and everything. We don't know.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean,
I never heard that coming from nobody's camp, but
it's Connor O'Gara is the name. It's Connor O'Gara, the guy from there.
But Bo, here's the deal with me with Berry, and I'm not I don't know the guy, anything like that, but I have listened to his show. Everything is boring, it's dry. He looked like Matlock, you know what I'm saying? And and it's just to the point, man, where I can't hardly listen to it because there's no energy from him, and
monotone like a mother.
Yeah, and for him to say what he said about, you didn't hear Dillon say that. I mean, so why would you make that statement? And that's only coming from you, because I think Dillon was looking at, I don't know if I'm gonna be a high draft pick. I'm gonna go make this money at Oregon. OU is not gonna pay me that kind of money to stay here. The offensive line is gonna be very young. I appreciate it. My OC is gone. Man, I'm gonna go ahead on going down the road. So, too much they let him go. I don't think they let him go, because if he wanted to stay, I don't think they were going to say no.
Bro, do you remember Brent Venables a couple months ago in a press conference where he come out and said that DG walked in his office and said he was getting in the transfer portal?
Right. And he said he didn't even know that he had that fight to fight.
Yeah, he just like Brent, and BV was like, yeah, I didn't know this was happening and didn't know we were, this was going to go down. Seemed kind of, and it wasn't like he was asked about it too. Like BV's like at the end of a press conference, like, I want to get something straight, set the record straight.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and I mean, first, there's a couple things. Dillon didn't say that himself, that he gave him an opportunity. He said, honestly, it's so far gone. Now, he didn't say he didn't either. I just know God got me right where I need to be. I've got a smile on my face. And he said, you focus on what you can control. Like I said, I'm happy. I know that I'm where I'm supposed to be. Now, according to Venables, though, he met with him before the Alamo Bowl game and told him he wouldn't play in the game. He was expecting that because you have the O-linemen that were going to be out anyway, going to the Senior Bowl or whatever. So he expected that. And plus with Jeff Lebby leaving, that's the other thing. People don't really bring up that part, is that he came to Oklahoma because of Jeff Lebby.
I mean, they almost did not get him. Like the last hour.
No, he had to, he was enrolling at UCLA whenever they pulled him. So in the end, here's the deal though. What we know is that they offered him a shit ton of cash to go to Oregon, but I don't know that he was coming back either way. Now, what bothered me about this, it wasn't that. He said he blew it off. He didn't prioritize the offense, but the one thing that he said, Brent sort of blew it off and said, Jackson Arnold is a good prospect. He's good. He won't cost as much money. We've got him for 2 or 3 more years. But then he says, this was the even better one. Massive mistake when you've got a quarterback like Dillon Gabriel who's willing to stay for the going rate. He wasn't trying to hold OU hostage for $3 or $4 million. You sign him up and say, thanks, Dillon. 3 years with you at quarterback, blessed. Now, that's insinuating that basically that he wanted to come back. And even his mother did not say that.
Regardless, man, your opinions and your thoughts, you can't put them out there like they're facts, because we don't know the facts. You know what I'm saying? And that's the situation with me with that, with that.
Well, I think we do know the facts according to, I'm not going to sit here and call Brent Venables a liar.
No. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. I'm just saying at that point in time when he said that.
Yeah. Well, and it got pretty wild for Brent. He said it's not. I didn't even know I had this fight to fight, or I had to fight this fight.
I remember him saying that. Yeah.
I didn't realize you were even considering coming back. He said, basically he asked he thought that he was going to go to the NFL, play, and then whenever he found out he was going to forgo the NFL and play one final season, Venables said Gabriel's response was, yeah, but I just wanted to get closer to home. So, and that makes sense because of the fact he didn't go to Mississippi State. I mean, he would have known that offense. Now, I don't blame him for that. I mean, I could see why he went, to go. I mean, they just put Bo Nix into the first round of the draft. And to be fair, he was undrafted. He was going to be an undrafted free agent if he'd have went into the draft last year. And for whatever reason, he went third round this year.
Yeah.
Is he wearing number 2?
You can't make the guy stay. The guy's trying to find the next thing, the next chapter for him. I'm sure it was probably some disappointment that he wasn't more highly thought of, but nobody was running, nobody off or anything like that is what BV says. Now, his mother did say, his mom, Dory, stated her son didn't want to disrupt the path of Jackson Arnold. This suggests that, basically that Gabriel was mindful of the team's future and Arnold's development when making his decision to transfer. But him getting that unfavorable draft grade, I don't know that you feel, if you don't know it, well, I think that they made it, that the decision was pretty quick on Seth Luttrell too, is the other thing that you got to remember. Right.
But I remember, I remember an interview that the NFL guys did with Dillon Gabriel after the.
I remember hearing this too, that she went in and left the program for him. He didn't have a difficult conversation. His mom did. Yeah, I've heard that.
Well, back to what I was saying. After the combine, they raved how well DG responded, how he talked to the GMs and stuff like that, man. And that actually boosted his draft stock, guys. They were really intrigued with how smart he was. Yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, it is what it is. And that's how he jumped. Also, look at the year he had, guys. He had a pretty good damn year,
Well, I hope so at Oregon, shit.
So it is what it is.
But, and listen, I've said this a bunch of times. I'm nothing but grateful towards DG.
Yeah, I think
when you lost Caleb Williams, and they were thinking about Jackson Dart, but basically Lane jumped on him pretty quick, and so they didn't have.
Lane hired his quarterback coach,
right? And the other thing,
USC,
and then you had Caleb Williams kind of left them hanging for too long, and they allowed that to go on for too long before they went and got DG. But of course, then Caleb said, "Well, that's what finally pushed him out," or whatever the hell. They had to do what they had to do. But I'm grateful that you ended up getting a guy like that, because I don't know what it would have been like that first year without him. We didn't have anybody else.
Who was behind him that first year?
It's
was it Josh Booty?
Booty was there, yeah. Booty was there, and then and they ended up playing what's his name in the Red River game, and he was awful. Why am I forgetting his name? He was that bad. But
play a tight end too.
Yeah, they had to play Braden Willis in that game at playing the Wildcat. That was the only time they moved the fucking ball. The only time they moved the ball in the game. So it was ugly. I mean, it was ugly. But when Dillon got hurt, because he got hurt in the TCU game. TCU hurt everybody that year.
Yeah.
I mean, every quarterback they played for like the first 6 weeks, they took him out.
Davis Bevel.
Bevel, that's him. Yep.
Yeah. So I remember coming home from Cam's football game and flipping that on, and it was a blowout, and I was like, well, let's find another game.
Yeah, it wasn't good. And I mean, in the end, all I'm saying is there's nothing anywhere that says what Berry is saying here. So I don't understand why he's going there. I mean, why are you going out on that limb?
I don't know, man. That's Matlock for you.
Why would you just go out on that limb and say shit like that? I mean, if I'm Venables, I'm probably up in his grill the next time I see him.
Yeah. That's the type of stuff that, will lose your ass access, to be honest.
They're not going to take away his press passes. That looks bad. That looks bad on the program more than anything else.
Yeah, Dion does it. Shit, nobody has a problem when Dion does it.
Well, Dion gets a
They actually did, man. They kind of went in on Dion when he took that dude's press pass.
Well, yeah, and he took him away. He took away a local guy's press passes for a national dude doing it to him too.
Yeah,
that was a bad look.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. You know why?
Yeah,
you know,
dumb.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Mm.
Huh? What'd you say?
Yeah,
Oh, you know why? You know why I ain't talking to you.
You need to take a page out of Trump's book. Oh, Berry Tramel, you've been bad. You've been bad. You're not very nice to me.
You're not very nice.
I'm giving you an opportunity, but you're not very nice. You're not very good.
You was a good guy. I thought you was a good guy.
Yeah.
Not so.
Well, shit.
He shits on him all the time, though. Too. I mean, people.
He's a hater, bro. He's a huge.
He's
that's
a hater for sure.
Anybody?
How can
anybody
you
that wear their glasses down like this right here?
How
can you?
Yeah, hater, bro.
On,
for
dude.
sure, hater.
Yeah.
He said something last year too that had everybody pissed off.
He's been talking shit. I mean, the thing is the people that talked all that dumb shit that they did, they got away with it because of what happened. You know, the injuries and everything else, and playing Jackson Arnold instead of Hawkins the rest of the year. You know, there's a million things that could have happened that would have got you at least another win or two. You know what I mean? It could have changed
right now.
Hey, he could have protected the damn football and got us a couple of wins or two.
Dude, so he said it wouldn't have got us 5 wins. Like, is he talking about like extra wins? So like going like 11-1?
Oh, yeah, we're not going to get 5 more wins. Well, no shit.
But I'm going to tell you what, though, we would have definitely won
9. We probably would have won 9.
3 or 4 more games for sure. Like the South Carolina game's completely different. The Texas game's completely different. Tennessee's completely different. Mizzou completely different. Shit, 5 might not even be a stretch, bro. To be honest with you.
3 is solid.
Yeah.
3 is solid.
Well, and Dillon,
9 wins, solid.
That's assuming that he stayed upright too, though, because Dillon got hurt both years that he played.
Yeah. Well, I think he would have been better at getting the ball out quicker.
No doubt. No doubt. He does. He's definitely negative. I mean, everything that comes out it's always negativity. But I just thought, I mean, man, I'm sitting there watching that going, what the fuck is he saying? Because I thought we were way past this by now. And then the guy brings it up, but he brought it up as if Tramel and him had talked before. It sounded to me like they were talking before the show, and that was like, hey, yeah, that's something we should probably talk about because he was willing to stay. He said it. He was willing to stay. He wasn't going to overcharge him, you know.
But
it's a major learning experience for Brent.
You never heard anybody out of his camp say that. So how can you say it?
Bro, he's a hater, bro. That's all I can even come up with.
I haven't said anything bad about BV. And I mean, look, here's the other thing about it. You guys remember that fucking Dan Lanning was posted up in Norman for a week before the portal opened. He was tampering his ass off to get Dillon.
Who was now?
Dan Lanning.
Oh, yeah.
he was there forever. Yeah. Hawkins should have started all the rest of them damn games. But I mean,
he definitely gave
Casey wasn't healthy to play, man. That's why they didn't play him.
No,
he was plenty healthy to play.
That's not what I heard, man. They said his knee was trash still.
Dude, I seen the guy.
He was still practicing. I came to.
I seen him practicing.
Yeah,
bro.
me too, man. Yeah.
The narrative was bullshit, I guess.
I 100% agree with you, bro. I think Casey's.
I mean, no one play him. Shit, why not?
That's what I asked. I was saying it last year. Why is he there? Why'd you bring him in?
He was the most experienced guy we had on the side.
Dude, I'm trying to tell you.
And the South Carolina game, if you're gonna pull Mike, in which I wasn't in favor of pulling Mike, but they did. You know, that's their job. I would have tried him.
I mean, why not? Look at how bad they were against Mizzou. I mean, how do you lose the game that you're winning with 2 minutes left?
Like we lost it.
Oh,
I was sitting up there looking at Mike. Me and Mike was looking at each other like, I can't believe this shit happened.
Bro, hey, I was feeling the bowl game, bro. I already had my plane ticket. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I was already, dude. We was in that bowl game, bro.
he looks more like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
It just like that, it was taken away from us in that Missouri game, bro. I felt that shit. We balled.
Yeah, I had about 6 or 7 of those little fireballs I had. I was right, man. Then all of a sudden, I looked. I'm like, man, what in the hell just happened? Then Phil East caught that touchdown, and he come over there to us, and he come right to the OU section, parent section, and doing his thing, man.
What would he do that for? That's so stupid.
I mean, the parents didn't do anything.
Bro.
No, it was all over Twitter, over bullshit. The fuck out of here with that shit.
Did he even get drafted? I don't think he got drafted.
And if he was upset about something, I mean, if Theo was going to be upset about something, I guess you could be mad at Lebby because he was in Lebby's doghouse from day one. But Lebby was gone. What the hell is he still tripping on?
Dude, that's these kids. These kids always got to one up. Like they always
one
have
up,
to
bro. This
Gen X
deal.
He's an OU grad. I just don't understand it. Most people Twitter people are going to be Twitter people. You guys have said it plenty of times.
Yeah.
I mean, and there were some guys that were definitely fucking with him on Twitter, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt.
And his mom and dad love to get in on that shit too, but I just thought it was
like the other cat. How are you gonna leave for more money and then come over and start shit in this parent section? You know what I mean? Like that's
the offensive line kid. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the craziest shit to me. Like you left and took more money, but then gonna come over and sit in the parent section just to start shit. Like I don't get it. Like that didn't even make sense to me. It didn't even make sense to me. It took me a while to process what the hell was actually going on.
Well,
Mike, you gotta look at this. Seen a lot of Oklahoma people be really cool to his family as well, though.
Look,
yeah, but you decided to get in the portal,
right?
You decided
it didn't tell nobody. It didn't tell nobody.
But you have to realize that there's going to be consequences and repercussions, right? People are going to talk shit. People are going to do shit. Like you should know that.
How mad everybody is at freaking Nick.
And they tried to blame it. Oh, they were doing negative things on the father's business. Well, it turned out it was a burner account from a Missouri cat that was doing it.
Who, Green? You're talking about Green?
Yeah. Remember they were like, they were leaving bad reviews and talking stuff about his business. And
that got thrown on to Oklahoma fans. I don't know that there wasn't some Oklahoma fans that were doing it too.
But the one dude that everybody was talking about, or the one comment or whatever that everybody was talking, I think it was that was an insurance company or something like that.
Yeah.
And somebody did some internet sleuthing, and it was a burner account from a Missouri fan.
Kimberly said this earlier. Nothing you do online is erasable.
Oh,
you leave a digital freaking footprint no matter what fuck you do.
Yeah,
I mean, there's certain things that you can do to kind of get around it if you can hide your IP address, but it ain't hard if you really want to know, you'll find it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, they found that cat for sure.
Oh yeah,
they found that cat for sure that did that stuff on his page, on his dad's insurance page.
And thing, Mike, me,
and I heard that it was a bunch of Missouri people that were pissed off because he went to Oklahoma to begin with.
Well, check this out though, Jason. This is what I'm finna say. Let me say this: me, Mike Hawkins, and Big Mike, we were all standing right there at the bus, way on the other side of the field, on the other side of the stadium.
This shit was
wild.
wild.
They come straight through us.
It was a dead end, bro.
And it was a dead end. You couldn't go anywhere else. They had no business being over there. They were just over there around nothing but OU parents.
Yeah.
So
they lucky they didn't get their ass kicked.
No, nobody's stooping that low, man.
Bro, everybody looked at them with like, what? Like you're
and they look really stupid because nobody said anything to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that goes to show me what kind of upbringing you have, whether the kid is like that or not.
Oh, yeah,
So them leaving, that's just the type of people they are.
Hey, the Green family was lucky that them people at the Ole Miss game that was sitting in the section that went after them Texas fans, the Green family was lucky them dudes wasn't down there, bro. Them dudes would have tore their ass up.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Hey, them cats at the Ole Miss game was
Parents are pretty good about not doing it as far as that, but I wouldn't have been surprised if certain Oklahoma fans whipped the shit out of you for
It
stuff
wasn't
like
fans, it was
this.
parents.
The parents only. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
it was the parents waiting on their kids to come out of the locker room.
Sure, the
So
burner phone didn't
it
belong to
wasn't any phone.
Cornwall. To Cornball drink.
Yeah.
Hey man, that motherfucker Drinkowitz got a big ass crib, bro. That shit is
He got a big ass mouth too. That motherfucker was talking shit. Why did he talk shit about Stoops? That was weird.
dude. That's what I'm saying though. That's the same reason why Theo Weiss did what he did. That's the same shit. Like
That's right.
you
Because if
gotta
your coach doing
What
it,
Kimberly K just said.
if your
you
coach
gotta have the
doing
last
it,
word, bro. You gotta have the
right.
last word.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if your coach is talking crap, then he's gonna let you talk crap.
Yeah, and look at how that backfired on him though when he started all that shit up with A&M. You would have figured that he figured that shit out by now because A&M beat the brakes off of them when they were talking about that they had tried to. What was it that they did something at their hotel or some shit like that?
He put a note and a blanket from that cornerback that his nickname was the blanket or some shit like that.
Right.
He put something like
Acting like it was from him, but they knew it was.
It's gonna be a long day. Da 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 da. You know, the blanket. Well, I think his name was Will Lee. I think he was a K-State corner for a while. But yeah, it come out that it was because even when I seen that and that shit was on the TV, right? On the broadcast, all this and that. I'm like, bro, there's no way.
Theo came out wearing the blanket. Theo came out of the damn stands or out of the damn locker room wearing the blanket.
Is there's no way like that dude would have had to have like somebody on the inside because you would have never known what room he was staying in. Now,
it didn't even make sense. It didn't even make that's what I'm saying. It didn't even make sense. And so if you're gonna do that though, you better show up.
But what I'm saying was like the TV station, I don't know what channel was on ABC, but they was being super messy about it. Like showing pictures of the letter and continue to talk about it. Like, bro, y'all dumb as hell. Messy as hell too. Out here just trying to start some shit.
Dude, that's SEC football right there. They love it to be messy as possible.
Drinkowitz out
ugly
here.
it up. Ugly this shit up.
Dude, he is a dork though. I'll tell you what. Like I never
dork.
Hey dude, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. The first time we went to a game, he walked right by me. Like after the game, I didn't even know who he was. I had no clue that was the head coach. I had no clue.
Dude, he looks like a fucking manager.
Yeah, I had no clue. He looks like
the towel boy or some shit.
What do they call
him? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
What's the catch from Simpsons? What's the Simpsons catch?
Huh?
That is Millhouse. He looks like Millhouse, I think.
Millhouse all day long, bro. All day long. Completely like Millhouse.
Oh my gosh. Funny.
Fucking clown.
But yeah, he got a nice ass crib though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
He did pretty well at App State. And then what was it? Yeah, App State, he did pretty well.
Yeah.
But
big ass crib, bro.
Drink.
Willie's a cocky mother. Yeah. But I mean, the thing is like when you go, if you're gonna do that shit and you're coming out with that blanket and you're doing all that and you just freaking roll over like they did for A&M, what a weak sauce.
Dude, boy Burden was on the sideline throwing a tissy.
Shit fits.
It was
throwing
awesome.
Shit fits, man. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Don't be weak. And you do that at A&M of all places? Oh, wait till they get to Norman. Get the brakes beat off their asses this year.
Well, we better fucking put up.
Fuck them up this year. Cannot wait for that game. I cannot wait. I will be at that game for sure. Guaranteed I will be at that one. Because I just got to be there to talk some shit and see what Drink has to say at the press conference and all that other shit. We're going to talk some shit. Yeah. He's always wearing clown shoes. I don't remember if it was the season or what, but I mean, yeah, he probably just took over the program. I think where was the place that he was at before that he did fairly well, I guess. I don't know. Was it one of the academies, maybe? I can't imagine him being one of the academies. No way. No way. No way. No way they'd hire that nerd at one of the academies. No way. Fucking dude. Something else, bro.
The guy that said, I think the guy that said Navy, what's his name? The head coach.
He's good, dude.
Yeah, I think he's going to get a shot somewhere else before long.
Duke, what up, dog? He beat the shit out of Army, and they weren't supposed to.
Right.
They weren't supposed to beat Oklahoma either, but
hey,
I don't even want to talk about that.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He's from Oklahoma, right?
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, he is. He is. Yep. And he played like Division II ball somewhere or something like that, I think.
Yeah, some.
Yeah, he's a good coach though. He's a good coach. Yeah. Oh man. Fucking drink though. What a clown. What a fucking clown. What's up, my guy? Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you, Duke. The Duke. So chilling at work, listening to his favorite show.
Look, so I want to ask you this, both of you guys. And we kind of put this off early in the show.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the statements that Nick Saban made about college football and trying to get the president to change what's happening right now?
Fucking hater too. He's a hater, bro.
He's a hater, bro. That's my biggest thing. You reap the benefits of having I mean, the words can't even come to me right now. I mean, you had every kid in the country at your disposal because of your alumni base.
Salty, bro. He's hella salty.
He's salty because he got pushed out of damn college football.
Yeah, salty as a mother.
That's all it is to it. He's never going to admit to anything, but he got pushed out. Because when he couldn't go get the best players, then guess what? I'm out. It's, you got to be able to get kids, and they believed in the program. They believed in that damn bank that damn imaginary bank that they was getting.
Yeah, it's so disingenuous. I said this yesterday. It's so fucking disingenuous on his part.
And nobody's going to call his ass out on it. That's my
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. We're doing it right now. And
I'm talking about mainstream media. I'm talking about.
You know what? I don't agree. I think that there's certain people that are. I think, and you better, if you got any balls whatsoever and you don't call him out for what he said, come on, man. He literally said, here's my thing. He's sitting there saying, there's not a whole lot of name, image, and likeness going on. It's just pay for play. Well, you know what?
That's what they were in Alabama the whole time he was there.
It's supposed to be pay for play at this point. What's the problem with that? And asshole, you got paid $12-13 million a year.
He's a billionaire now. That money that you made, that you invested, whatever, came off.
Got all those damn high expensive cars and all that shit that he owns those dealerships. Fuck yeah, dude. Come on, bro.
He's such a. I've said it on here a whole bunch of times, bro. He had no problem with paying players when it was under the table. Now that everybody can do it, that gets out of control. The games, I'm retiring. This ain't. Cry me a river, bro. Go sit up on ESPN,
Cry me a river. I got to call him. It'll be out later. I'm going to put it out here in just a little bit.
Bro, I read it earlier. I read it. It's pretty good. It's probably some of your best work. You weren't being a hater.
I wasn't being. I'm not a hater on my columns. I just tell it like it is.
Especially when I thought for sure you were gonna somehow be able to throw in your portal windows and all that stuff. And
dude, you know damn good and well that I am all the way for the players, dude. Always, I take up for him. I've been taking up for damn Nico.
Bro, you're trying to tell you to limit the portal action.
Nah, I think that there should be one free agency time. I do. But But and these are, I think that there's definitely, like I said at the end
I
of
think this should be too, man.
reform is necessary, right? They're going to have to do some things to figure it out. But you don't just what they're trying to do is just take all power away from these players, and they fucked them for so long. Like, how in the world you listen? Nobody took away his ability to do those stupid fucking Aflac commercials and all that other bullshit.
Didn't even give him a courtesy spit.
All right.
Come on, bro. It's wild to me. It's wild to me.
Boy, you stupid.
It's terrible, bro. It's terrible, bro. Like I don't want to hear anything from them cats about it, bro.
No,
I don't want to hear it.
And the thing is, Trump can't do anything. Trump can't do nothing about it. There's nothing he can do to overturn a judge's ruling. Executive order. There's no. I can't even. Nobody. Everything I've read, there's nothing he can do.
But here's the thing: is Nick Saban knew that, but he still applied that. Yeah. That's my deal. He's smarter than that. He knew that.
Same shit he did. He wanted it with what's his name, Ted Cruz, a few months back.
And that's my thing. He is preaching this, praying and hoping that this happens because I feel like he still want to coach again, guys. Because you look at it.
You're not unringing that bell and putting all that toothpaste back in the tube. Shit.
Look, they might do a whiny ass baby. He trying to mom and pop some shit. Like going.
Look, let me tell you something. About some of the great ones, including Eddie Robinson. Eddie Robinson didn't want to leave. He was damn near 80 years old when he ended up leaving because his health just took him out. And then you had the guy at Penn State, same thing. You had all that other stuff happen, but he was 80-some years old. These guys like that, they want to keep those records. They get infested with it. And he was infested with winning. And, I don't see nobody breaking what he did at Alabama no time soon because the rules, the way they are now, you just can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? But I think he's salty about really not leaving his own way because everybody in the country know he got pushed out.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows his ass got pushed out.
Yep.
So now
the last thing you need is politicians getting involved in this shit.
Yeah, and he knows that.
It's like stop, bro. See, you're such a. I'm gonna go run tell.
I've lost a lot of respect. I've lost a lot of respect for him.
Yeah,
I lost a lot of respect for him. What he said and what he done.
Yeah, dude, he's looking like a straight up hoe.
Yeah,
that was hoe shit. Some hoe shit.
Shout out Locked In. Use a hoe.
Yeah, Nick. He needs to keep his. You done all this money off these kids, man. Shut the hell up, bro.
Well,
shut up and go on into retirement.
100%. It's wild to me that you would even say anything.
Yeah, you done made all your money off these kids. You're a freaking billionaire for the money you made at Alabama. Think about this, guys. And I say it. He was a perennial loser in the NFL with the Browns, with the doggone Dolphins.
I'm trying to tell you, the only way he could do that was give these cats money under the table.
Yeah, dude.
He was the best at that shit. They weren't doing that at LSU until he got there.
That's what I'm saying. He'd been a crybaby on the sidelines, bro. He was always throwing little temper tantrums.
Oh, yeah.
Crybaby on the sideline.
But now we see it in real time.
Dude. Dude, I've been peeping Saban.
Yeah.
Dude. I've been saying
every
it for a
time
long
he get a
time,
chance to say something about.
Think about it. He threw that little fit about Coach Prime at Jackson State getting Travis Hunter. Said he gave him $1 million. Then and that wasn't even true. And then he was outing Jimbo. Remember Jimbo threw
quality content. When him and Jimbo was going back at it.
Dude,
yeah, great.
He shut up whenever Jimbo got started. He was like, "Oops, my bad."
Yeah, it was great.
He tried to come back and correct it, Jason. Remember?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Jimbo was throwing his little shit fit about sliced bread. Hey, that shit is real. The Bro Bible is a real thing. So I can just tell you, I've seen the thing before. It used to get around in paper form. It's not now. But yeah, it's real. And the truth is, they did spend $30 million. So fucking what? He was just pissed off because he didn't get the number 1 class. It pissed him off. And so what did he do the next year? They paid even more. Didn't they get like 11 or 12 freaking 5-stars that year?
Mm-hmm.
Something dumb like that.
Yeah.
Whiny bitch. It's like, come on, bro.
The thing about Nick Saban had guys who were willing to drop the $200,000-$300,000 off in the bag. They had guys who were willing to do that. And guess what? They still got a really good alumni base that has a lot of money.
Absolutely.
But guess what? They're still not
Texas, but
right.
But, yeah.
They can't compare to those two. They can't. And he knows that.
But then that's the whole thing. He didn't like it that you were fucking with his throne at this point. Now he's all of a sudden he's got to protect his, and he didn't like it that he didn't get to stack his fucking guys up for 4 years and that's what I was talking about in the column the most, is that you don't love it that now you can't stack them in there and they can't go anywhere. You remember whenever he had it to where if you transferred off his team, not only are you going to lose a year, but you can't go to another SEC program. They weren't signing off on that shit.
He was one of the ones that pushed that shit.
I know he was.
Couldn't go to another SEC school, and that's what we have today. But I knew a kid that played for him that actually was he never played. I mean, he played a little special team, but he never played, But here's the deal. He was going to transfer to Jackson State where his dad played. And guess what? He got enough alumni money under the table to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
And this before NIL.
And everybody that's been talking about him being the fucking commissioner, can you imagine what he's going to do if he gets?
We don't want his.
You don't want nothing to do with that dude as college football commissioner. No.
I think everybody see that now. He played his hand on that. I don't think nobody would want his ass.
I don't know. The last time when he was talking to Senator Cruz, that's when they started all that shit. Well, when they get rid of the NCAA, we need to make him the commish. Fuck that. And RJ said that yesterday.
What did RJ say?
Come on, bro. That he needs to be the commissioner.
No, he doesn't. RJ, homeboy, you're wrong.
Non-football ass playing motherfucker in there. Nah, bro. We already seen what happens when you put a whole bunch of them together in this college football playoff committee. They don't have a clue. They don't know their ass from their elbow.
You really want to fix all this shit? Go to collective bargaining. Why do you think that they're not doing 2 or 3 year contracts? You know why? Because they want to be able to kick their fucking asses out of school if they don't want that kid anymore. If they can get somebody else and replace them, like we've seen, they want to be able to get rid of you.
They want to be able to come in,
if they wanted contracts, they would already have been happening. Stop telling me if you're the NCAA or you're anybody that's bitching about college football right now, be mad at the schools and the NCAA. Stop being pissed off at the players. Stop it. Because it's not their fault. Like I said, with Oklahoma, 30 guys that ended up in the portal. How many of those dudes didn't get told to go get in?
Yeah. Oh,
How many? 4 or 5?
What's the quickest way to get a guy in the portal? Cut his money. That's the quickest way to get him in the portal.
Jerk his cash away from him. Jerk
his cash away from him, and guess what? He's going. But here's the deal: you go to, they holler about this is an NFL model. This is not an NFL model because the NFL model, you got a contract, and they go by. You just can't season. They can cut you.
Yep.
NFL, they can cut you. Your contract is null and void. But guess what? This is they want to keep saying it's an NFL model, but it's not. It still has some nuances that is not the same. So I don't like that terminology, saying it's an NFL model when you give a kid some money and then you can come back and take it right from him and say this is an NFL model, because you can't do that in the NFL. Your ass gets sued.
Yeah.
And for Nick Saban saying what he said, like you said, he rat poison, man. He's salty about what happened to him.
He's just bitching still. Yeah, throwing his little shit fits. And you think about this, I mean, they don't want it changed. They don't want to fix it. If they wanted to fix it, they'd have fixed it by now. And
Well, if you here's the thing, man. These coaches still want to have the power. Say the kids got all the power. No, they don't. They do not have all the power.
They have a little bit. They
They
have
have more.
leverage if they're on the field. They have some leverage,
Right.
right?
They're on the field. They have some leverage.
Right.
Then
If they're performing, they do. But it's just it's just like
so your
here's the
top
thing,
your
it's
top
always been
22
this way,
guys
bro. Your
have leverage.
scholarship was year to year. Your letter of
Dude.
intent, national letter of intent, was always year to year. You
But
got to execute at the end of every year. Now they may not be able to take your scholarship away, but it doesn't have anything to do with football. Once that
Here's
they're
the
going to
thing.
let you finish out your school in a certain amount of time, but they don't have to keep you around. But he loved it whenever he could hold that shit over your head. He's been bitching more and more every year. Every year. And like somebody was saying up there when he was bitching about OU beating them in the Sugar Bowl that year, because they're running that hurry up offense and shit, kids getting hurt. Remember when he used to whine about that?
Yeah, he's been a whiner, man.
To be honest with you, I never really liked Saban like that. Like everybody,
I mean, he's good. He's good at what he does. I'm not saying he's not a great coach.
He just stack players by paying them. Like, do you have to be good to do that?
He was the best at that.
You gotta have the resources.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's it, man. Dude, they pay for the best practice players you could ever see.
That's what I'm saying.
And Jason, back to what you were saying about the leverage, the top 20, I said 25, maybe 30 guys on an 85-man roster have leverage. The rest of the kids don't have leverage.
Yeah.
So you talking about? I mean, that's just where it is. As I've talked about South Chuck to Florida State. I knew that was coming. I
knew it was coming. We were talking about it the other day.
Let me tell y'all something. Returning players who had 40 plus TDs last year in college football. Who are they?
Most of them are in tier, probably.
Cade Klubnik had 43.
Yeah.
John Mateer, 44.
44.
Only two. Little trivia for y'all today.
Good stuff.
Been out there doing your homework in the woods, huh?
Crazy.
Hell yeah.
But look, man, I mean, and Sawchuck, man, to his family and everybody, man, I wish the kid the best. He's a great kid, man. Great kid. He was always upbeat,
On the all works team, dude, that's not the easiest thing to get is to be on that all works team. You got to work your ass off to do that for the community.
Yeah, man. So those are things, man, that the qualities that he have in Florida State, I think they're getting to go. Sometimes people need that, man. They need that fresh start,
Yeah, I think he caught up to the injury stuff, kind of caught up to him a little bit. And then, look, man, you got your new guy comes in and gets a guy like Jaden Ott, who's obviously, bro, he's a freaking All-American from a couple of years ago. I know what Big Mike thinks about this, and I get what you're saying. But in the end,
yeah. Well, my thing about that kid, I went
recruited
back to
over the top of, man, everywhere.
That kid he's a special guy. If he's healthy, then bro, I think it's
his speed is unreal, man. His speed is unreal, and his vision is really good, man. That game, the only game he played his freshman year was that Florida State game, and they had a damn good defense. He ate them alive. He ate them alive. He's had games. He had games at Oklahoma, man. I'm telling you. He did. He needed a fresh start. And I mean, look, I wish him nothing but the best. And I'm telling you one thing, Florida State needs his ass. They need more of him.
Oh, he'll go there and be 1-2 automatically, bro.
Oh, yeah. Bro, listen, they've got some work to do to get back. They were 2-10 last year.
Yeah. And I look at what they've done, man. I kind of keep up with Florida State, man, because Norvell is just right up there in Memphis. Been knowing him a long time. Used to go to all his camps and everything. But
why are you blaming Brito, man? Why are you blaming Brito? That ain't cool, Stan.
But anyway, back to that. I think he's a good guy. I think he fell, for that portal is the only way to win deal. without building a little bit. And
I like Norvell. I don't hate on him, man. I just think
Mhm.
that they struggled with their. I think that he got in over his head. They were about to fire him if he didn't have a good year, so he went and dug in the portal. They had a good season. That was the year they beat us in that Pop-Tart Bowl thing.
Yeah.
But it was a close game. Oklahoma had them, but they were what? They won 11 games, I think, that year, and that helped him. But see, when you do that, then now you go back to the portal. There's a line you got to cross. You got to not cross. I'm saying. Remember, we talked about this a bunch. You got to balance that shit. On how much is high school and how much is through the portal.
Here's the thing: when you bring a portal guy in, guys, it's pretty much an unspoken rule that kid is going to get that shot first. He's going to get that shot. It's just like because you done paid money for him. It's just like going to a restaurant, Big Mike, and you pay $30 or $40 for a steak. You could take the first bite out of that steak, and guess what? It might not be that good, but guess what? You're gonna bite it again. If it's still not good, you're gonna put a little sauce on it because you paid 40 freaking bucks for it. So you're gonna try to make
it back and recooking it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you're gonna try. Hold up, just let me get it out. You're gonna try to make that steak good because you paid that money for it. You bought a $7 steak, you take one bite out of it, and guess what? It ain't worth a shit. Kick it to the side, man. This ain't worth a damn. You push it back, and you're done. So when you pay money for a kid, you're gonna give him opportunity after opportunity to make it right.
I disagree with you on that steak take. I'm eating it regardless, bro. $7, $40, whatever.
Like you understand what I'm talking about.
Hey, me and steak, bro. Me and steak, man.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you know where I'm coming from.
If it's cooked right, you never need sauce for it. That's correct, bro.
A1 all day. I don't give a damn. $300 steak.
With you?
A1. Fight me, motherfucker.
I don't like A1, man. I don't like A1.
You are
trash. I don't like A1, man. I just do not like A1.
Dude, listen, man. A1 I love me some A1 now.
The fuck's wrong with you?
Look at this NIL thing. Anybody got this one right here? Anybody guess this?
Schwarzenegger has Trump has a small one, and Madonna doesn't have one at all. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Crazy.
Maybe a plane. No, Trump has a big plane. Never mind.
Yeah.
I ain't saying shit. I have no idea.
Oh,
why y'all hating on Brito, dude? Stop that shit. Stop that shit. He must not have been performing in a. Never mind, man. You see where you get us going?
All right, Neilio, you gotta give us the answer, bro. I need the answer.
We need an answer. I
can't figure it out.
The steak was bad if it came from
a purse. Yep, a purse.
Yeah, could be. That could be right. Last name is what it is. That's what it is. Fellas, what about brisket by Lincoln Riley? You eating that? Negative. That's like eating a fucking cup of sand, probably. That's what it looked like. By the way, that's the one that I can tell you, Arbuckle, I had to give him some props whenever he trolled Lincoln with that shit. Whenever he made that fucking brisket and put it on.
People are wondering if he even knew what he was doing.
No, he did. There ain't no damn way he didn't know what the fuck that was about. That's some funny shit. That's funny shit. Lincoln got butt hurt about that shit too. Butt hurt. He started blocking people out. He still blocks people over that shit. Over the fucking brisket stuff.
I mean, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Lincoln Riley posted a brisket that he fucking made on the smoker, and it looked like it was bone ass dry, bro. Bone dry.
So Arbuckle came back and did the same thing?
Like the Sahara Desert dry, bro.
So Arbuckle came back and did the same thing?
No, he came back and did one that looked good. You know what I mean? Okay. It was juicy and everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Lincoln took hell over that. I mean, that happened like I don't know, shit, what is it, like his third year or something like that when he was in the third year in the program, maybe? He took hell for it for like the rest of the time he was at OU.
Oh, wow.
It was funny shit.
Hey, you should put those two side by side. Like that one of Lincoln Riley and Arbuckles. Let's critique that shit. Not gonna lie, I don't think Arbuckles looked the best either.
It didn't look well, it looked a damn sight better than the other one.
I never saw Lincoln Riley's.
I'm gonna have to do a brisket and film it so we can put it on the show.
Hey man, shout out to Billy Sims though, bro. They got some bomb ass barbecue, bro. At Billy Sims.
Yeah. Shout out to Billy Sims. I saw you that picture of you on Twitter.
Dude. That's my spot, bro. Love me some Billy Sims now. The fried okra goes hard in the paint.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Y'all gonna make me do a brisket, man. It's on my mind now, bro.
Hey man, we're about to get after that shit, man. I'm telling you. We're about to get after that shit.
Bro, I'm about to do nothing but tacos today, bro.
Some tacos. I got some fajita meat being ready. I'm readying it. Got it getting it all.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a salad guy today, man. I'm trying to get this physique down, man.
That doesn't really help, bro.
Hey,
salad shit ain't really the thing.
Oh man, I like a salad.
Get you that carnivore. Get you on that carnivore, bro.
That's the way to go.
Get on that carnivore.
Bro, I'm down 27 pounds.
You're killing it, man. You are killing it. I dropped 20.
I'm doing it my way.
I need to drop a bunch more.
Yeah, man.
It was beef jerky is what it looked like. Except it was falling apart, man. It was terrible looking. Terrible. Oof.
Dang, you gonna make me go back and try to find it.
I'll find it.
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it right now.
I knew you too troll for finding it. Look for it.
I got a good follow.
Do it, bro. You already know.
I got a good follow for you guys.
Here it is right here. Go ahead.
I had a good follow for you guys on Twitter, bro. It's called Retard Finders. It's so fun, dude. It's so fun, dude. Let me tell you something, dude. I haven't laughed this much on Twitter in a minute.
Oh wow!
Let me blow this motherfucker up a little bit.
Yeah, that's dry as hell. Come on,
bone ass. Look at that shit, bro.
Come on, bro.
Okay, now
some water or something over top of that, man, just to make it
pull
look.
Up,
put some water on that shit. Hell
I'm just saying, just for the camera, man. That shit is dry.
Hey, dry. Pull up Arbuckles.
There's no smoke rings because it's just smoked out.
Pull up Arbuckles joint.
All right, let me find it.
I want to see them side by side.
Shit. Well, okay. But I can't do it like that unless I hold on a minute.
Nah, you ain't got to do it side by side. I just want to see it.
Well, it was a damn sight better than this one. I mean, I know that Bogue is like acting like it ain't, but
well, I did not. No, I did not say I'm acting like it ain't.
I'm talking shit. I already know what you're doing. I already know.
I just want to see
no juice, bro.
Lying through his teeth.
Hey,
I've never seen the Lincoln Riley brisket picture. I've never seen it.
Okay.
Oh, I just heard about it.
It did. It looked like beef jerky. That's exactly what it looked like.
That shit did look kind of.
And he got immediately he got drug on that immediately. Like it was so bad,
bro. Blame it on Travis Davidson. It was his smoker.
Y'all gonna make me fire this smoker up, man. Y'all pushing me, man.
What do you mean we gotta make you?
Y'all
what kind of shit is that?
Hey, y'all gonna make me fire this grill. I mean, this smoker up, bro. I just did some ribs the other day. Look, you tap it one time, meat fall right off the bone, bro. Straight from the sip, cuz.
Why can't I find this Arbuckle? Bro.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I got it.
Damn, you think you could just be able to Google that shit, it would pop up.
I love my boy Bobby. He was this is how he described. All right, let me show you a couple of these. All right.
Shit.
So here's Lincoln's again.
Oh, here we go.
That shit
beef jerky.
look terrible, bro. I'm looking at it on my. I got that shit blown up on my other screen. It's just terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad.
Welcome to the Slim Jim.
Bro, let me tell you something, man. I can't have well done meat, bro. I need my
Bro, it
joints.
cannot be, dude. It can move as far as I'm fucking concerned.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, in other words, you say you just want to. Oh yeah, that looks better.
It's
not
better.
the best, but it looks better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's how my boy Bobby described. This one's good. He described Lincoln's.
Oh shit.
That's fucking great.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now I can take Arbuckles and I can make a good sandwich out of it. I can make a good sandwich out of that. Put a little mayo, whatever on it, man. I can make a sandwich out of it, but you know,
shit. Looked like a bootstrap. Looked like a bootstrap, and he was proud of it.
Man.
I know. He got drugged so bad so quickly. He was.
I'm looking at an article. USC coach Lincoln Riley gets roasted again after he shared a picture of his brisket. And this one looks fun.
He was saying something about he got saved. Somebody saved it.
Bro, this one looks like it's fucking still frozen on the inside.
Bro, he's an idiot. Never eat anything they can get up and walk away from the table. Nah, bro. It can move as far as
when I cut in my steak, I want to hear it move. Moo.
So in other words, you saying
wipe
it across the head with a warm
salt and pepper on that motherfucker and run it across the grill twice, and you're good.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I grew up, right?
That's how we
are for me, man.
Let me tell you something about my grandma, right? So we grew up in South O, right? We got them old school steakhouses, right? And if you went to a steakhouse, bro, and like this happened to my little cousin. He went in there and like we ordered a steak and he was like, I want mine well done. She's like, no, excuse me. He'll take his steak medium rare. Like she wasn't going for it, bro. She's like, it's a waste of steak. You're cooking all the flavor out of it. Don't even try it around her. It was hilarious. Hilarious.
I cannot have. Mine gotta have just a little pink on the inside, man. That strip, that fine line of pink. That's what I like. That dripping blood shit, man. I can't eat that.
Oh yeah, I'm eating that all day, every day, buddy.
You're carnivore.
Believe it. Believe it.
Don't even need a fucking fire. Shit.
Oh, Dave. That's one of my favorite shows is The Meat Eater, bro. You ever watch The Meat Eater?
No, man. I'm gonna check him out. It's on Netflix or something.
Yeah, he did actually go on Netflix, bro. It
should be on YouTube. It should be.
He's a hunter. But like everything he kills, like he shows you how to cook it. And like in the field, at the crib, he's got shows dedicated to that. Yeah,
shout out to Krusty. He said, I like my women like that too, medium well. Attaboy. Attaboy.
Yeah, medium, man.
I give you props.
I get my steak medium.
I'm gonna have to give you props on that. I can do medium. I do medium rare pretty much.
I just do medium.
Medium rare, bro.
A lot of times though, like most of it, but I don't really go to steakhouses very much because they piss me off. I'm better at it. I'm better at it. Huh?
Arthur Bryant's down there. Yeah.
Arthur Bryant's.
KC.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good, dude. It's pretty good.
I've been there.
Pretty good. Oh, dude, like, hey, man, I had like 4 or 5 steakhouses I used to love back in South Omaha. Casio's, right? Piccolo Pete's, the one Warren Buffett goes to. Damn it, I can't think of it,
bro.
So my aunt used to work at that steakhouse that Warren Buffett used to go to, and he was like, he wanted my aunt. She was like his favorite server. She knew what she did a good job.
She knew how to. She knew how he wanted everything.
Garage, yeah.
Garage. I'm disappointed.
Mr. C's back in the day. Mr. C's back in the day in South Omaha. Well, I'm putting y'all on game right there. And Anthony's. Yep. Steakhouses.
Dude, I don't do sushi. I'll give you that part. I don't do sushi
all day too now.
I don't do that. Fish,
Oh.
yeah, man. Fish has got to be cooked.
Y'all
Bro.
are sus,
Fish
bro.
has gotta
Y'all
be cooked.
Oh, I just did some salmon croquette this morning. I was telling Jason that before I went on the show.
Fish,
You did
fish
what?
must be cooked for me.
Yeah,
Shit, hey, let me
But
tell
I
you
like
what.
fish. I like crawfish. I like a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
different stuff.
Let me tell you what's happening.
Don't
Let me
do
tell you
crawfish.
what's happening.
You don't do the mud bugs, huh, big fella?
No, don't do the mud bugs, man.
Tripping, bro. Give me all
I
of
ain't
them.
tripping. Well, I'm gonna
Give
give
me all your mud
you can eat
bugs,
all
bro.
of mine.
Give me all it.
Get them all. I'm gonna
All
suck
right,
the
guys.
head too.
Yeah. All right. Hey, man, we are at our hour and 35 minutes. I got to get this working day.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all what's happening. Hey, go follow my son, Marcus Bogey1 on Twitter, man. Get out there and follow him. He needs some regular followers, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He needs some regular followers. He's about to do big things.
I think I already did. Has he got his up there yet?
Out there.
Huh?
Everybody out there. Hey, we're taking the boat out this afternoon. We're gonna catch some crappie.
That's what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go fishing as soon as I leave here.
Hey, he needs to get that damn bird up there already. Shit, what's he waiting on?
With Cam ain't got a Twitter.
Oh no,
that's
not
Marcus.
Cam. That was Cam. Marcus,
yeah. Cam ain't got a Twitter yet.
So he's already getting pretty good size too, ain't he?
Yeah,
you got a picture of the bird, man?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna send it, Jason. I'm gonna send you
the bird. Yeah, I'll do it.
That dirty bird.
Let's see it. I treat my steak like I do my wife, all with love. Aw, that's special, Boomer Halen.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta keep flipping those steaks, man.
Had a fillet it. No.
What?
That's not how you do it.
Yeah, it is too.
Hey, I sent that to your in your DM, Jason. You want to pop it up there?
Got it. Oh yeah, that's what. Hey, there you go, Cam.
Hey, he come running in across the field like he was finna do something.
He was coming at y'all's ass. Huh?
I never had a bird come sprinting in like that before, bro.
What time did y'all get? What time did y'all get out there this morning?
Oh, bro, we woke up at 4:15 ish. Was out there.
He was coming at y'all's ass, huh?
So what is he? What is he shooting, man? What is that?
That's a 20 gauge. That's a 20 gauge.
20 gauge, yeah. How many shots did it take to get his ass?
He shot 3 times.
Okay, that's my dude, man.
Yeah, he's my dude too. I like it. Good boy, at a man. Youngster got him one, huh? That was his first kill.
Hey man, he been putting in work. Dude. So we had a nice big Jake actually the other day standing there, and we had been seeing some big toms in the area. And he's like, and it was early too. We got out there, it was early, and he's like, I'm gonna wait, see if one of these big toms come in. And then nothing ever came in. And he was like, I'm shooting the first thing I see next time. I'm like, well, that's why he took a gamble, man. He took a chance.
That's great stuff, dude.
He did well, man. He did well.
Good stuff. All right, man. Anything else, man? Well, I got to get out of here. So appreciate everybody coming in. Good picks. Cam, I said what's up and well done. And I'll be on again tomorrow night with the coach. And the special guest that was supposed to show up today, he texted me. He'll be on tomorrow night for sure. He'll be around. So
cool.
You guys will enjoy it. But yeah, anything else? Hey, free the legend. Although the
legend, bro.
Yeah, free the legend. But he's got him a new band and everything. And he's excited about that shit.
Yeah, sure.
Make sure you guys.
I will be in Norman Wednesday, bro.
Norman on Wednesday.
I'll be in Norman Wednesday, man. I'm gonna do a little fishing.
Nice.
It's Friday, and then we're gonna come on back to the SIP for 2 or 3 weeks. You know,
I like it. Let me try to Wednesday till when?
Till Friday.
Oh, just okay.
Yeah, just 3 days. I'm gonna go there and do some fishing and ride back with Isaiah. Ride back home with him.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, appreciate it. Appreciate everybody coming in. Make sure you hit that like button. Get over to the Gridiron Insight and do that one as well. Make sure you hit the like button. We're not streaming over there, but make sure that you get over there and become a subscriber. We got to bump that up. We got to get him up to the 500.
I'm doing something on my on my camp sometime this week.
Yeah.
We got to do that. I got to get that done.
Yeah,
It's
send
coming
me
up
that
June
stuff for that
1st. Yeah,
too.
I do that. I'll do that, man.
Cool.
All right, man.
All right,
So
now.
guys, all yeah, throw them motherfuckers down. We can talk some shit about Tram, and we can talk some shit. We do it on all of. They all
Nick, if you out there, stop hating, bro.
stop hating, Nick.